of making history happen for our country, and the men, and I mean both young and old, and the men who are supporting them. I'm also particularly grateful to know that behind them is the full support of the leadership. This, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing to take for granted. When I am not being a student or writing poetry and prose, I also work for a local IT firm, and it has given me more than just a glimpse of the true promise that is in the ICT dream and architecture for this country. And so I'd like to just say I'm glad, and it is in this spirit that I present to you TechGirl. Who said you cannot? Who said there was a boundary? Who set the limit to what you were destined for? Who said you cannot? See, the world awaits your greatness. We shall rise to see you. We shall see you rise to high places where the content of your brain speaks of your future's brightness regardless of your gender. See, it is deeper than what many have long seen as weakness, higher than what history has long placed a ceiling further than where you could see, because the world awaits your greatness. Girl, there is more to you. Technology says you can put your brain to use, compete on the world stage the same way your brothers can. Technology says you can now define yourself by the impact of your creativity and the measure of your capacity, no longer determined by a narrative designed to keep you in the background. Girl, there is more to you. So TechGirl, sit down and envision a time where your daughter and hers after her will look back and say, my mother's mother taught me change.
Amen.
And then stand up and be the change. The point where history turns to tell a new story of the woman, of the African woman who turned poverty into wealth, ignorance into education, obstacles into opportunities, turned her world upside down with her magic. TechGirl, stand up and be the change. March on the front lines, girl. Lift your head high, girl. Lead us onto the skies, for there was no better time like now to be a girl, to be you and I. There is no better chance to touch lives with the work of your heart and mind. TechGirl, march on the front lines. Grace Hopper created the first computing language, 1991, and this earned her the highest honor in engineering and technology in the United States. Katerina Fake co-founded Flickr. Ada Lovelace, the world's first computer programmer, women whose legacy causes me to ask you, who are you not to be a first to? Rwandan TechGirl, who are you not to invent the kind of future where your daughter and hers after her shall look back and say, my mother's mother taught me change. So TechGirl, stand up and be the change.